Hello traders, welcome back to this video. So it's another beautiful day to do our top down analysis, and today I'm here once again with a few pairs for you guys. So I have NAS 100 as my first pair today, and I'm going to start my analysis from the daily time frame. Remember, we always do top down analysis each and every Sunday and Wednesdays. Therefore, today you have NAS 100 here. So on the daily time frame, we had this movement to the upside. We had a pullback, and as I can see here in the daily time frame, price reacted from this order block that we have. So personally, I was watching out for this first order block here, which the price mitigated. You can see here clearly. The price tapped into that area. We had a reaction, a small reaction, then price later on came to take it to the downside. So we didn't have any change of character to confirm that price is reacting from that point of interest. So currently, right now, price reacted from this area, and the price came into this point here where we have this support and resistance level. Therefore, we also have another fair value gap here, which is in the lower time frame, in the 4-hour time frame. So this is the support and resistance level. You can see how price was reacting from that support, came back into this area, reacted to the upside, and later on price broke to the downside. So currently, right now, if I can use that as my confluence, I I can see that the price left behind this fair value gap at this point have this massive fair value gap in the 4-hour time frame, and that was my main point of interest because price was always going to come back and be attracted to come into this fair value gap, try and fill in the fair value gap before having some move to the downside. So currently right now, because the price has mitigated that fair value gap, expect some sales to the downside, and price has been always bearish on NAS 100. You can see clearly, and therefore we are supposed to be looking for some selling opportunities the downside. And then we also have some more fair value gaps below. Price on Friday came into this area, mitigated this fair value gap, and then we have a pullback to the upside. We also have this extreme point of interest fair value gap, which we look forward to see price coming back the downside. So with that confluence of this fair value gap, I expect price to be dropping into these areas, and potentially price should be going down, clear this external liquidity. So currently price tapped into this area. So if I can clear this so that we can make our chart very clear, is reacting from this order block here in the 4-hour time frame, combining with this fair value gap, and we don't have any other good fair value gap that we can see except this one, but this is a very small fair value gap. But right now, I think price will be reacting from this point here to the downside. So, and you can see here, if we can use the fib level from this high here to the downside, you can see that price has come back into the 50% level, and therefore we are supposed to be looking for some selling opportunities the downside. So that is in the 4-hour time frame. We have the price reacting from that 4-hour order block, and therefore want to see what price did inside the lower time frames. So into the 30 minutes time frame, because the 1-hour time frame is not that clear. So we have price sweeping liquidity up above here, and that shows that price is willing to move down. We had some aggressive selling to the downside, and therefore right now I marked this order block to look for my continuation entry, and price is already reacting from it. So currently right now I want to wait for a pullback into this area, and then I'll be dropping price the downside. So we have another sweep of liquidity here. So if you the first sign that shows that price is willing to react from your point of interest is a sweep of liquidity. Therefore, for me, I have my sweep of liquidity inside my point of interest. Therefore, it shows that price is willing to move to the downside. If I drop into the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that there is still that sweep of liquidity. Inside the 5 minutes time frame, that is a break of structure to the upside. So I already have my confirmation that price broke structure here in the lower time frame. So that is a break of structure in the 5 minutes time frame, and then you can see that low that formed that break of structure to the upside has already been taken out. Therefore, we have our change of character. Right now, I want to see price coming back into this area here. We have a very good fair value gap, and that will be my point of interest. That is where I'll be looking to take my selling opportunity from, and I'll be targeting the external liquidity as my first take profit. So I'll be looking to take my trade from that area, place my stop loss above that high, and then I'll be targeting this external liquidity. That will be giving me a 1:3 risk to reward ratio on NAS 100. So I'm waiting to see if price will come back into that area, and then we take our sales. We look to take our sales from that area. Then now we will be targeting this external liquidity. So this will be our target down here. So that will be giving us almost 1:4 risk to reward ratio, because you can see that. So and those who will be targeting even lower, because we have more fair value gaps to the downside. I anticipate price will be dropping at least up to this area here. We have this last order flow here. We have price moving there. So I will be targeting this area as price continues to move to the downside. So the first take profit should be at this low, and then the second take profit will be up to this extreme area down there. So let me clear this so that we can remain with only our setup. So that is it, guys, on NAS 100. That is what I expect from the market coming this week. Just watch out for this setup. So I have my next pair. I have XAUUSD, which is gold. So on gold in the daily time frame, guys, we have some consolidation. The market has been consolidating this week, and I still expect more sales on gold, as we have always tried to look for some sales. But we had this change of character after this break of structure to the downside. Later on, price came and took out that high. Then we had an internal change of character here that showed us that price is willing to sell to the downside. Price is failing to go up and clear this external liquidity to create a new break of structure to the upside. But currently, right now, we have this consolidation at this point. So price has been moving here, and right now I think price will be looking to come and take out this low, because price took out this highs liquidity here, and price has been reacting to the downside. So I think price after price took out the liquidity above this high, price will be distributing that liquidity to the external liquidity. So I will be expecting this low down here to be taken out. Let us see if price will be dropping down. But to look for a continuation entry, I want to see price coming back into this fair value gap. And then once we have a confirmation from around that area, we take our sales up to this external liquidity. But if we don't have any change of character, that means price is even willing to move to the upside. So I am just going to mark my points of interest so that we can be very keen on those points of interest, and we try to look for a continuation entry, either a buy or a sell, because price is currently consolidating. So right now, price is reacting from this 1 hour fair value gap, a very beautiful fair value gap. Price came down to take out this liquidity. You can see when price cleared this liquidity, when price cleared this highs liquidity here, and the price has been selling to the downside, the price came down to take that low, the low's liquidity. So price took out this high's liquidity and distributed its liquidity to this external liquidity. So that is the same thing I expect gold to be doing, because it took out this high's liquidity. This low is the one that pushed price up to take this high's liquidity, and therefore I expect price to also distribute that high's liquidity to this external liquidity. That is why I'm trying to look for a selling opportunity to this external liquidity. So currently in the 1 hour time frame, that is the 4 hour fair value gap that we had. And then just above it, we have a very beautiful order block, which will become my order block to take a selling opportunity from. So that is my point of interest there. And once price comes into that area, I'll be expecting price to push up, come into that area, give me a very good confirmation, and then I'll be taking my selling opportunity to the external liquidity. So that is my view, guys, on gold. I expect price to react from that area, and then we take our sales to this area down there. But you should note that if price doesn't give us a confirmation from this area, we are not going to take any trade opportunity from this area to the downside. So that is what I think on gold, guys. I have another pair, which is US 30. I have US 30. So on US 30, if I come into the daily time frame, so we have been having some pullback, and I think price will be dropping down. So currently we are supposed to be looking for some buys, but at the moment in the lower time frame, I expect price to be uh, having a downward movement, a retracement, because price is looking to come back down. And currently right now, price has already tapped into that fair value gap, into the 50% level, but I need to see price dropping even lower, because we still have this area down here. So we have this fair value gap here, which was slightly mitigated, but I think price should be coming once again to that low. So because of that, if I come into the 4 hour time frame, you can see that price has been having that pullback to the downside. Price came up once again. I think price was looking to come into this fair value gap, which is a very good and mitigated fair value gap. But price didn't tap into that area. Price came down, swept this lows liquidity, and right now we have price having some aggressive movement here. We have all these fair value gaps. So price came down on Friday to tap into this fair value gap, and then we also have this fair value gap above here. And then to add to this confluence, we also have a very good support and resistance level at this point. And then we also have this fair value gap, which price is finding it difficult to go through. So currently right now, I expect a reaction from this point, and we try to look for a selling opportunity the downside. So you can see how aggressive price was when trying to move from this area to the downside. And currently right now, price reacted from that fair value gap. If we can try to minimize that fair value gap, so let me clear it, and we use the support and resistance level. So price has been reacting from this support and resistance level, and we have seen price reacting from that support and resistance level once again. And on Friday, I had a very good setup here. I missed that setup. I even shared it with my VIP members, but we missed that trade entry. Price tapped into the fair value gap and also the support and resistance level. Then we had a very good change of character to the downside. So we had this first confirmation that price is willing to move down. And then we also had price going even lower to clear this low to the downside. So we had a very good confirmation that price is willing to move down. And I was looking to take a trade from this area, from that order block combined with that fair value gap. I was looking to take a trade from there, but price came up and reacted from around this area here, and we had this massive movement to the downside. But currently, right now, because price swept that highs liquidity, in the higher time frame, you will see this as a higher, as a as a sweep of liquidity to the downside, to the upside, and I will be looking forward to see if price will be moving down, and then we look to take our selling opportunities to the downside. But currently, right now, let us watch for this area. We have this fair value gap here. Price can come and react from that fair value gap, and then we see price continuing to move to the upside, or price can come down, take out this fair value gap, and then we look to target the external liquidity. So let me clear this so that we can make our chart very clear. So we had that fair value gap, and then if I drop into the 15 minutes time frame, we see clearly that price had a very massive rejection from that support and resistance level once again. That is why we see this sweep of liquidity in the 1 hour time frame. So that is why we see that sweep of liquidity. And right now, if I want to take my selling opportunities, I want to look for a confirmation from this area. If price comes back there, and then we look to take our sales from that point, stop loss above, and then we try to take our sales to the external liquidity. So on US 30, the analysis is not very clear, but as you can see here in the 5 minutes time frame, we had price changing character here, and we also have all these lows being taken out. So that is why I expect a pullback into this area here, and then we try to look for our selling opportunity from that point to the downside. So that is it on US 30, guys. That is what I think. I also have Euro USD. So on Euro USD, according to our last analysis, we had a very good trade opportunity. Price didn't go to, let's say maybe I was targeting 1:3 risk to reward ratio, but price didn't go down into the take profit that I wanted price to go to. So price went to 1:2 risk to reward ratio, and later on we have a massive movement to the downside because of the news that we had on Wednesday. So we had this break of structure, and I have been telling you guys that price must always find time to try and come back into the 50% level. So we had some beautiful break of structures here. We had this change of character, and then later on, after the change of character, we had price coming back into the 50% level. Remember, when price had that change of character, we expected price to come back into the 50% level, and then we had this move to the downside to form a new break of structure. So the same thing, I expected price to come into the 50% level before going down to break another break of structure. So currently, right now, it looks like that movement is happening, and I've been telling you guys to be very keen because Euro USD at any point, Euro USD will be having that pullback into the 50% level. So currently, right now, this is the 50% level where I'd be expecting price to come back into. And as you can see, inside that 50% level, we have that very good order block at that point. So that will be my first point of interest. That is where I'll be expecting price to come back into and try to react from there. But I'm not very comfortable with this order block because we expect price to be taking some internal structures before going down to clear the external liquidity. Price always tries to take some internal structures as liquidity after a break of structure or after a change of character. So we had the break to the downside, and we expect price to be taking some internal structures before going down to break a structure. So therefore, we need price to be having a very good confirmation from this point before we take any trade opportunity from this area to the downside. So if we don't see anything like this or any sweep of liquidity from that area, we don't take any selling opportunities to the downside. So my first analysis, my first anticipation is that once price gives us a confirmation from that area, we take ourselves from that point and then we will be targeting the external liquidity. But if we don't have a confirmation, let us wait for price to come above at least into this area here. So in the weekly time frame, we have this also as a weekly order block. That is why I think this area will be very powerful, but let us wait to see if price will be reacting from there first before having any conclusion. So we also have this fair value gap, which can be a very good confluence, and I think that is why price was attracted to come into this area. Then we also have price leaving behind some fair value gaps, meaning that price will be having a drop very soon to the downside, and therefore we'll be looking for price to go down and clear the external liquidity. And also we have this point of interest up here. So price can just decide to come and take out all these internal structures. So we have these internal structures here as liquidity, and then we see price taking out those liquidities, those inducements, and then come into this area, and we try to also look for a selling opportunity from that area to the downside. So it's either price reacts from the first point of interest and gives us a confirmation, or price comes up, takes to take the internal structures liquidity and then tap into the extreme order block before having some selling opportunities to the downside. But for this week, let us be very keen on this area. Once price comes there, let us look for confirmations before we take any trade entry to the downside. So I also have GBP as my next pair, guys. So this week we had very aggressive buys to the upside, and I think price will be having some push to the upside. I don't really like what this high formed here, and price might use it as a liquidity, but I still expect some sales on GBP. So right now I think price will be coming up, and then we try to look for a selling opportunity from this area. So I'll be expecting price to sweep this highs liquidity, and if price won't clear that liquidity, therefore it means price is willing to push to the downside. So I'll be looking forward to see if that high will be taken out, although we had some internal change of character to the downside. But if price will be respecting this change of character to the downside, I'll be expecting price to react from this area. So currently, price is reacting from this 1 hour order block that we have. So currently price is reacting from that point of interest there. And also we have some fair value gaps above that area in the 4 hour time frame, meaning if this 1 hour order block won't hold price, it means price will be looking to come even into this fair value gap above there. So we have this point of interest down here, and price is currently reacting from that point. I don't think price tapped into that area, but if we have a confirmation from that area, that is where we'll be taking our selling opportunities from. But I think price can react from that area. If price won't react from that point, let us wait for this high here to be taken out, and the price comes into this fair value gap here, and then we look for a confirmation to the downside. So we need to have confirmations, and if we don't have that confirmation and then you see a very good downtrend structure, you just look for continuation entry to the downside. So it is not a must that price reacts from your points of interest and gives you a confirmation. But also you can always try to look for continuation entries towards the direction that you are anticipating the market to move to. So currently, right now on GBPUSD, once I have a confirmation or any other continuation entry to the downside, I'll be looking for my selling opportunities to the downside. But currently, right now, let us focus and try to look for the price to sweep this highest liquidity, because you can see the kind of momentum that we have, the buying momentum to the upside. So let us stay tuned, and I think that is what I personally I think will happen on GBPUSD. So that is that is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, and so that you don't miss on any analysis that we do in this channel.